So I got my new setup going. I got a DSLR camera and a Zoom recorder, so hopefully the quality isn't what it was during 100 days practice, because I only use my phone. I got a lot of questions like, oh, what audio setup do you use? I'm like, bro, I just use my phone. This video I kind of want to create to show you how I prepare music for like recitals and auditions and that kind of stuff. Most of the stuff I'm working on is going to be for studio, so like I got a list from my professor, basically what I need to do for the studio and what to do for placement auditions. So that's like excerpts and like there's some Bach stuff I need to work up to. But I kind of want to just take you through the process of how I work on this stuff and how I prepare myself to play at the highest level I can. So, $1 coffee.
Vladislav Blazovic.
Alright, so for example, I'm going to use Block Edition 9. So basically what I did here was I went through the whole thing, and basically what I've been talking about when I say like map it out, like, oh, I mapped out this etude or whatever, is I do this. So I'll basically give myself basic reminders. Oh, I said basically twice, that's weird. So I give myself reminders on certain things I need to focus on, stuff I need to keep in the back of my head to play the etude the way I want it to. I mark all the breath points, and I'll mark basically where I am in the phrase, just to remind myself, just to give me that sense of like what I need to do. And then tempo changes I mark too. Dynamics, a lot of my micro phrasing is indicated in my dynamics. So like, for example, this starts at piano, but I do like a push to piano plus, and that basically reminds me to kind of push into that A to D just a little bit, just to make sure that air is moving and I'm making a phrase out of these two bars, basically. So a lot of very specific stuff. Do I adhere to all of it? I like to think I do, but I don't. Not even close. I just kind of write it in to give myself an example of what I need to do. I'm not necessarily gonna read everything while I'm playing and adhere to it exactly. It's just sort of for me to give me a reference of what I need to do. And then this, I used the Zoom to record myself. I did a take, and I listened to it back probably about an hour later, and I took some notes on what I needed to do. And I also took notes on like some stuff I liked and then I want to repeat. Can't all be negative. That's a key. Yeah, so these are just notes on how I can adhere to this map I drew. Also stuff I need to add, so I've added stuff to the map since I've done the recording. And yeah, it's just basically me tweaking what I need to do to play this the way I want it. And so I'll probably do a bunch of these. I'm kind of lazy, so I've only recorded this like once. In my practice, I'll work on all this, or work on all this, work on all this, and then record it again. And then hopefully I'll have a new list of stuff that I need to work on, or I'll have things that repeat, and those are things I need to work on. So that's how I'll it's not really how, I never really worked on stuff, I'm going to be honest with you, but this is how I'm going to be working on stuff from now on, because this is pretty efficient. If I can get my motivation to come through, you know what I mean? So, anyway, long ass video, but I talk a lot. Anyway, hopefully this helps.